welcome to Dave Unboxes. Well, today, as I promised, Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. That's right. In honor of the next month's release of Lightning Returns Final Fantasy XIII, I'm not going to go through an insane ritual of trying to get a streaming version of Final Fantasy XIII to work on my PS4, because I'd probably kill myself. I'm going to review this amazing, heavy, overrated movie box set. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, folks, I didn't like Advent Children. It looked pretty. That's the problem with a lot of the Square products. They look pretty. But the box set is kind of worth it. Okay. You! Go to the video of me unboxing it! Alright, as you can see, the box is really worn. I've moved the thing a lot over the last few years. A lot of moving can do that to you. It's in a standard cardboard stock box. And the back usually has this cover on the back that shows what's in it. But when you move that, it has the Fenrir door knocker here, which is a nice touch, actually. I gotta say, Square went a little overboard designing this. The cover art's not that bad. It's really nicely designed. It's a Nomura design. The box, apparently, it says. Don't care. Let's open it up. And this is one of the first things you'll notice. It has the script for Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. I've never actually looked through it to see if there's any differences between this and the actual movie. But I'm probably guessing there is. Maybe like one or two. But it actually shows the choreography. It tells you the choreography. String of ad-libs, recoiling, taking hits ×5, laugh, close-up on eyes. Apparently this is for a character called Laws. 1 L away, huh, folks? Yeah, they actually they did a lot of work on choreographing the thing into the script. So the script's actually not a bad read. I haven't read it full the way, but if it's anything like everything else in this box, it's a pretty good read, probably. Right, there's postcards. Well, I'll show you each one, because that thing's nice. I guess I had some water damage, but they don't look damaged, probably just warped. First one is of Cloud and Sephiroth. This is Advent Children Cloud and so-and-so Sephiroth. Hey, ignore the bottle, I cleaned up this room before I started the video. Next, picture of the three main baddies. White-haired guy, I don't know their names, I'm sorry. I'm a horrible, horrible fanboy. Next is Cloud carrying the blonde hair. Okay, I don't know these guys' names. I know the original Final Fantasy. I try to forget Advent Children, and I kind of forget it altogether. And yeah, that's probably one of my problems. I think I should watch the movie one more time. This is the box art for the film. From the way it looked, I thought this was going to be a recap of the original game in an HD format. But I was wrong, because that's what Square does. They misdirect you. Okay, there's the bad guy, and these are probably the best parts. These are all character portraits of how they look in Final Fantasy Advent Children. Cloud. Sid, who I honestly think this would work better like this. Like a more of a landscape than a portrait style. It definitely would look better because he'd look less crunched together, I think. Sephiroth. Barrett, wearing the mesh coat, shirt, and it's got a tattoo. I don't know if he had that in the game or not, because, you know, he might have. I've never paid attention to Barrett. Okay, are these stuck together or something? No, there's no Red 13, there's no Yuffie, there's no Aerith, or Kate Sif. There's just, Tifa. That's kind of sad, actually. I was kind of hoping that, it's been a few years. I thought the Aerith and the others had them, but I guess I was wrong. Okay, the novel. This is the prelude to Final Fantasy Advent Children. This I've actually read, and it's a really good read, actually. You should look this up. Someone's probably scanned the novel into the internet somewhere. But it really is one of those cases where you should read it. It's a nice prelude, and even if you don't read it, you're not lost watching Advent Children. Trying to get the bend out of there. But it's really nice to read. It's a little better than the actual movie, and it's kind of sad that this had to be released with this edition, because then they could have sold this and made a few extra bucks. Can't get everything, right? And finally, there is the movie. Now, something interesting I should notice there's extra stuff that wasn't on the original version. You get the Last Order Final Fantasy VII animated film, which is an OVA or an OAV, and those always confuse me. English voice cast interviews, the Venice Film Festival footage. It's definitely a pretty good watch. The disc 2 I watched more than I watched disc 1. The feature film, the Reminiscent. It's not that bad, but definitely nothing I would actually watch more than once. But the second disc is definitely worth it. But the disc art is different than the original version. I wish I had my friend's copy to show you. But as you can see, there's Fenrir, and I have no idea what that is, but it would look great in a wrestling mask. Alright, and like always, well, like always compared to me, that is Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. Like I promised, we have went through the storm. We have brought Final Fantasy VII back. And to be honest, I hope I never see this series again. Well, Final Fantasy VII at least, because although I played it and loved it as a kid, it's being shoved down my damn throat. But we're not done yet with Square Enix, because next time, I unbox a brand new toy of a very classic female character. And it's not Harley Quinn or Chun-Li, so stop.